So today we're going to talk about the suffering of being seen. We've already talked about the suffering of being unseen. You can watch it on the other video. But today we're going to talk about this other tangential suffering, the suffering of being seen. Now, we know every little child is wanting attention, attention. Mummy, look, daddy, look, papa, 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 see me, see me, see me, see me, see me. In any non-duality conference or social event, for all the awakening and enlightenment, you hear this reverberation going on through the unconscious. See me, 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 hear me, touch me, feel me. In every family, in whatever form it's showing up around the dining table, you can hear, feel, sense this vibe of see me, see me, see me, touch me, feel me, know me. And so what is this suffering or fear of being seen when that's the only thing we really want, right? So here again, we're meeting the conditions which are on a quality. And this quality is very close to the quality of pure consciousness. We want consciousness. We long for consciousness. Consciousness is what we are, and it's what we long for. When the consciousness in me meets the consciousness in you, it's a little happening. It's a mini orgasm. It's incredible to connect. There's a restorative power, a regenerative power, a transformational power, a transmutational power in the meeting position of consciousness and consciousness. It's what we're here for. This seeing where the consciousness finds the consciousness in me meets the consciousness in my hand, and the consciousness in my hand, even before the consciousness in me arrives, my hand's consciousness is leaping forward to meet me, and there's a meeting position where healing is happening. The hand begins to be full of bliss. And yet we have this suffering of being seen. What is that about? So when we're longing to be seen, we're actually longing to be conscious. And as we all know, there's plenty that we don't want to experience consciously, even unconsciously. The stuff of our worst nightmares. That area of experience inside of ourselves which must never be awakened. That which must not be seen. The horror of being seen. For example, a girl is out at a party with friends and her boyfriend, and he's beautiful and she's beautiful, and they're a great couple, and they're with their friends. And then another girl, pretty girl, is speaking to the boyfriend. And the boyfriend seems to be very charmed by this girl. So what's awakening in the girlfriend is a feeling of fear, betrayal, unworthiness, shame, insecurity. And this must not be seen. This must not be seen. And yet, just as it's emerging, she is seeing. She is becoming conscious of that part of herself which is arising with its head from inside her pelvic, which is saying, I'm worth nothing. I'm falling. I'm dying. This is who I really am, the rejected, trashed, useless one. And she doesn't want this to be seen. It's a suffering to see it. It's a even worse suffering that he will see it, her charming boyfriend, or that she will see it, the charming random female, or that anyone will see it, that God will see it. This is the suffering of being seen. There's such a fear in it. It's the very substance of the therapeutic modalities of compassion. This seeing and seeing that which it is a suffering to be seen. Becoming conscious of suffering. It's the essence of psychology. You don't need to be alternative or a non-dual therapist to be employing the incredible power of consciousness in breaking things into consciousness as a healing force. And this is all about being seen and the suffering of being seen. So now we've got an issue with suffering. Do we believe that when our suffering is seen by us and or by our therapist or our beloved or the ones who are close to us or even by our dog, do we believe that when our suffering is seen, it's safe? Are we able to open the doorway of compassion wide enough to allow the possibility that when this deeper suffering emerges into consciousness and becomes seen, that it's not going to create a total shit show? Instead, that there's this possibility that it will be met with tenderness, with kindness, with care, with understanding. There's the possibility that when this suffering is seen within us, the wisdom of our deeper essence, which is the one which is suffering, might be able to emerge. This is our gamble. Walking down the street after my sister died, she died suddenly of meningitis. I was going into a schoolroom full of parents, alien parents to me. And I'm going in and there is this incredible pain inside my heart. My heart is held in a contraction of grief. This suffering must not be there in a happy place of school and children and the superficialities of a parent's evening. And here is this suffering of being seen. And I'm thinking, can I even be here? And as I'm walking towards the schoolroom, I decide, okay, just let it expand. Let this suffering be all around me. Just stop holding it back. Let yourself be seen exactly in where you are. And I did this partly anticipating rejection, or that I would hurt others, or that this pain inside of me would infect the whole schoolyard. But as I walked in the space of the authenticity of pain, what I noticed was that people were reacting to me differently. They looked me in the eyes. They smiled. There was a greeting from existence to existence. Compassion was awoken by the authenticity of what was there in that moment. And then I realized that by not allowing my suffering to be seen, and by instead going into the suffering of being seen, I was actually punishing the world around me, depriving the shared field of the possibility of compassion, robbing myself and others of the possibility of truthful connection. I was walking around like closed down saying, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. So these are the kind of leaps we can make, daring to let ourselves be seen from the depth of ourselves, even when it hurts, even when it's hard, even when we don't have answers, even when we're insecure. Allowing the suffering of being seen and allowing the suffering of being seen to be seen. This can make all the difference. So the seeing in me greets the seeing in you.